The Alberta municipal election is coming up on October the 18th. Now, there are a couple of questions that will be asked on the ballot outside of whom you'll be voting for in regards to mayor and city councillors. One is if we should keep daylight savings time, and the other is on equalization payments. Drew Barnes is an independent MLA for Medicine Hat Cypress. Now, Drew, you say Alberta has been paying way too much to Ottawa for far too long, and equalization should end?
First of all, since 1965, Alberta has been a total contributor, a net contributor, receiving nothing in return, and it's totaled over $650 billion. Hal, it's about $25 billion a year that leaves the Alberta economy, goes to Ottawa, where Ottawa redistributes. Most of it ends up in Quebec. It starts there too. There's so many inequities. Hydroelectricity revenues and profit, and Quebec has about $15 billion a year in hydroelectricity revenue, doesn't count. But Alberta oil and gas production does count in the equalization formula. A University of Calgary professor has estimated that it's reduced Alberta real incomes by 8%, and it's time to fight for Alberta families and communities.
Now, even if Albertans say we need to fix the equalization formula, would the Trudeau Liberals even care? Will they even listen?
Well, that is one of the counter arguments for sure. But because of the Clarity Act, when Quebec wanted to separate, the Supreme Court made a decision that if a clear answer comes from a clear question, then the Canadian government has to deal with it. So this, I believe, will be the start of Albertans pushing back to Ottawa for a fair deal, the start of Albertans pushing back for stronger Alberta families and communities. And now, Hal, that's why I need everybody on October 18th to get out to vote yes to end equalization.
So, Drew, what would you consider a fair formula for Alberta?
Oh, no formula. We need to take it right out of the Constitution. We need to make sure that every province in Canada has the opportunity to develop their own resources, to take risk and work hard. Hal, it's one of the common beliefs that other provinces don't try to increase their revenues because it will hurt their equalization amount. That's not good for anybody. And Albertans already pay more in other ways. Because we have the youngest workforce and the highest wages, we pay the most pension into Canada Pension. We pay the most taxes into the government of Canada. We pay, some more for other programs, and it's just time that has to end.
Now, the Trudeau Liberals have already shown in the past that they don't really support the energy sector, especially here in Alberta. Where do we go from here?
That's it exactly. Premier Jason Kenney's been very ineffective in 2.5 years. He lost the carbon tax battle. He has been unable to change the tanker ban where bitumen can't leave Alberta and go in a tanker on the West Coast. He's losing the battle so far on the No More Pipelines bill. And of course, he tried to get the cap removed from the fiscal stabilization, and that was denied as well. So I think what we have to do is absolutely send a message loud and clear by a big majority voting yes to end equalization, a loud and clear message to Prime Minister Trudeau that we will not accept the status quo anymore. And if it becomes, ignored, then we have the opportunity to look for constitutional change by other means.
Thanks so much, Drew. That was Medicine Hat Cypress independent MLA, Drew Barnes.